Justin, Johnny, ready for questions? Right up here, front and center. Grant Thorber.
Justin, how did you feel like you played tonight? I think you only had like 10 or 11 completions, but 5 touchdown passes. Kind of an interesting game. How did you think you played?
I think we did some good things, also some bad things, but we'll go into it tonight. We'll look at it tomorrow, and definitely some stuff we can clean up and kind of work better. But I thought it was a good effort by our guys. We did a lot of good things and stuff we'll clean up for sure.
Front left, Matt.
Penny, what was your emotions like this week going into the game, and what was that first couple snaps as a true freshman left tackle protecting Justin's blind side?
Very excited, just getting the opportunity to play and having the players' trust and the coaches' trust. So I was just very excited overall.
Steve in the middle.
Justin, what did you see out of the group of running backs? You guys kind of rotated them in and out. What did your kind of assessment of them and kind of some of the different styles they might bring?
Yeah, they're a young group. They're a really young group that has worked really hard this offseason, and I've got confidence in them. Kind of got to clean some stuff up with just kind of the base formations and stuff like that. But they're a smart group, and I know that they're hardest on themselves, and they'll be here and tonight, tomorrow, and they'll get it figured out soon.
On the left, Rob Mosley.
The first touchdown, the fourth down play. I mean, did that feel like just another play within the flow of the game? Did it feel like there was a lot riding on that play? That was. I mean, you really had to grab some momentum at that point.
Yeah, that was a big play for sure. But I knew that I had a guy like Jalen Red out there, and he's a great receiver, and he ran a good route, and he's a guy that you trust, and on fourth down that you go to, and glad he made the play.
Back right, Bree.
Justin, you surpassed 4,000 career passing yards tonight, and you did so in 18 games, which means that you tied Joey Harrington and Marcus Mariota. I tweeted that out, and Joey Harrington responded and said, "There's no race. Go, Justin." I know you grew up an Oregon fan. Does that mean anything to you? Just know that Joey is your number one fan as well.
Yeah, that's really cool because for a long time I was his number one fan, and that's cool. I didn't know about that, but that's a cool statistic.
Right up here, front right, Steven.
Justin, as you look at this, what are you really pleased with of what the offense did, and what do you really want to see improved going into next week?
Consistency. I think at times we moved the ball really well. At times things were clicking, and the defense was playing really good defense, and we kind of feed off each other. And for a short moment there, we were playing really good football. And if we can kind of stretch that out for a complete game, I think we can be a really good team.
Second row, Mill.
Johnny, you had that physical touchdown, and then you also were making plays on special teams. What have you done to add that aspect to your game?
Just work this off season. A lot of lifting, a lot of just work with Coach Sewell, and I think that increased my strength and balance to make that play.
Back right, Tyson.
Justin, how quickly do you flush a mistake? Like, is like just the 2 interceptions? Is that something like that you think about post game? Is something that you're able to just get rid of like next play after? I mean, like how do you kind of interpret mistakes?
Yeah, not as quickly as I would have liked. Definitely kind of sit back on those, but the team needs us to refocus, and fortunately we kind of came back and made some mistakes, but we came through it, and fortunately got the ball moving later in the game. So I think just bouncing back as quickly as I can.
Back middle, Austin. Right to him, Austin.
Justin, looked like you weren't afraid to take some shots and throw some balls into some kind of tight windows. Where are you at in terms of chemistry with your receivers and being willing to make a tough throw and trust that they're going to make a play?
Yeah, playing with no fear with those guys. They've worked really hard, and I don't think they get the credit they deserve. But they're a great group of guys, and off the field they're even better group. They're just a fun bunch of guys to be around, and they make plays when it comes down to it. So that was evident today.
Middle left, Rob.
Johnny, it seemed like as a receiver group, you guys started off a little sluggish, a couple of drops, and then as a receiver group, you kind of all got it together at the same time. Why did things sort of click all as a group like that?
I think we just came out a little shaky. Not sure why, but I think we just had to refocus and know what the plan was and what we wanted to get done.
Right side here, Steve.
Justin, you came out for a series and then went back into the game. Did that throw you at all, or was that difficult for you?
No, it didn't affect us too much. I think just throwing some balls on the sideline was enough to kind of put me back into it. But I had to go back in there and just try to move the balls as best I can.
Back to Rob.
Panay, when did you know you were going to start this game, and what was the process of kind of wrapping your head around that?
Yesterday, Coach had a meeting, the whole line, and when I saw it, just also very excited, very happy, and yeah.
Did you feel like the pressure rose at any point on you?
Not really pressured. I don't know. I just was very excited and couldn't wait till game day.
Front left, Matt.
And kind of staying along those lines, did you kind of come into camp thinking a spot was open for you to compete for along the line? You know, or were you kind of maybe surprised yourself as camp went along of how well things were clicking for you?
Came in here and coach, you know, everyone has their standard O-line group from spring. So coming in here, I just wanted to work, keep my head down, and do what Coach Cristobal wanted us to do, and all worked out from there.
Right here, front middle. Ryan.
Justin, obviously, Panay is replacing Tyrell Crosby, who I don't think allowed a sack last year. At what point in camp did you realize that he could, you know, fill those shoes?
I think the moment he stepped on campus, he's a really smart guy, and he was able to pick it up so quickly that couldn't even tell the difference. Definitely some big shoes to fill in, but he's well on his way, and it's a pleasure to play next to him.
Good. All right. Thanks, guys. Nice job.